So today I want to talk to you about how we used a 15-minute meeting to drive 8 figures in agency revenue. And obviously that's a little bit of a hyperbole. This wasn't the only thing responsible for that, but it is a good LinkedIn hook. And I do think the daily huddles get a really bad rap as a waste of time. And I don't think they deserve it. And I think it's because most of them suck and they kind of go on forever. Like I've been in a part of daily huddles that have lasted 30 minutes or 40 minutes. And that's obviously not a good use of everybody's time on the huddle. So here's the exact 5-step, 15-minute process that we used at Weekend. So number one, we want to start with the wins. And this only takes like 2 minutes, but every meeting that I run, I start with wins because it puts people into a positive mindset. And when people are in a positive mindset, they think better and they become better problem solvers. So we want to share wins. And by sharing wins, that could also mean a quick team victory or a client victory or just meeting target. Whatever it is, people need to be in a good mindset. And if you're noticing that someone isn't talking about wins consistently, there might be an issue that you need to talk to them about as well. Number two is review the daily targets. And this should only take about 2 minutes. If you have an email agency, this is literally going to be like, hey, we have 12 emails that are due today, and we have 4 SMSs that are due today. Any issues with that? And sometimes those issues might pop up and you have to address them. In that case, it's going to take the 2 minutes, and sometimes it might not, and this only takes 5 seconds. Number three is check yesterday's performance. And this can take about 5 minutes. We want to look at were projects delivered on time, meaning if we told the client something was due, did we actually get it to them at that time? And oftentimes the answer is no if you haven't really tried this before. And next, we want to go and understand what are the reasons for missing those things, like why were we late? And then we also separately want to understand what are the reasons that we might have revisions. And revisions are anything that a client can approve, but sends back to you because they're thinking, I know this better than this person, or they don't understand my brand, or they don't understand me. And each one of those kind of ticks away at the brand owner or whoever's approving these. And then lastly, we want to understand what are the root causes for not being delivered on time or for revisions or for errors. At the very root, how can we address this so that it doesn't happen again? All right, the fourth step is discussing solutions. And this should take 3 minutes because I don't want you to actually fully solve large issues here. This is really only for addressing any minor issues that happened or that you can foresee to happen. Because any major issues are going to be pushed after this meeting, so it doesn't last 40 minutes, so the team can actually go focus on work. Now, if the issue is the entire team, then maybe this takes a little bit longer, but usually it's not. And you want to direct any issues that are more one-on-one after the meeting. And then the last thing is just confirming on today's alignment, which should take less than a minute. Hey, with all the things we just updated, are we still good on today's targets to get the team's buy-in? And they say yes, and you're like, awesome, let's make it happen. So why this works? Number one, it's because we're catching issues early. Because this is a daily meeting, and I recommend this to be daily for high delivery services like email, where you could have 10 or 15 emails due for a pod in a single day. This could be weekly for something like branding, where you're maybe delivering a project every 2 or 3 weeks. But for the most part, most services are going to be daily. And when you look at things daily and you catch something, you can fix it then. When you look at things weekly, you have an entire week that goes by of that issue before you can fix it. So we want to have really fast pulses on the business, and daily huddles help us with that. The second reason why it works is because it's built accountability. And by that, I mean the team is going to be filling in their own results here because you want the team to be connected to what they're doing. And when they're filling in the sheet that says, I delivered this on time or I didn't, it's going to be a lot more meaningful that they did or did not fill it in. And they're going to want to fix it if they didn't. And it just really helps build that sense of accountability. The third reason why it works is because we are just keeping this simple. So I've seen super complex dashboards for daily huddles. I don't think that you need that. I think you should really keep it simple. And we just use a very simple ClickUp sheet for this. So keep it simple. The fourth reason is because it improves team communication because you're talking so consistently. And then it also drives continuous improvement because here we're talking about, hey, what did we do wrong? And then how can we fix it? And this is something that is going to be a huge difference maker in your agency if you can get your team to think like this. And the result is going to be faster response times because we're taking a look at things daily, fewer mistakes because we're addressing the root causes of those things, and then happier clients because we're actually delivering what we told them that we would deliver to them.